Hello and welcome to the Elemental Retreat info session. We're so glad that you're here. We have a presentation prepared for you, so we're going to go through that. And then after you hear everything, if you have any thoughts or questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'll be sure to provide our contact information at the end, or you can find it on our website, lmntl.podia, podia.com. Go to the contact or go to one of the retreat pages, and you can reach us there. So I'm going to go ahead and share our screen real quick. Oh, and first, actually, my name is Leslie, and
And I'm Matt.
this is Matt, and we are Elemental. So Elemental is our business. We offer one-on-one coaching, host in-person retreats, and also host a virtual online community where we have a group of people who come together each month. We have a variety of different offerings from sending out weekly invitations by email, monthly periodic reflections that Matt writes that are really great for introspective thinking and just personal self-discovery. And then we also have an inner circle where we do a monthly live self-care call and have a an ongoing group chat. And
Mhm.
then also we do in the retreat room, we have reduced rates on in-person experiences. So the retreats, any other workshops that we do, all of our master classes, all of the virtual retreats that are hosted are included in the retreat room, as well as bi-monthly co-working and accountability sessions to work on passion projects or just anything else that's on your heart. So
Mhm.
thank you for being here. And again, if you know, even if you have other questions outside of what to expect at a retreat about what we do at Elemental or how we could collaborate on a project, please don't hesitate to reach out. So now I'll go ahead and share my screen. So what is an elemental retreat? So at the Elemental Retreat, we've defined these for ourselves as a period of intentional withdrawal from your daily life designed to foster introspection and growth. So it's sacred personal time to reconnect with yourself and in doing so to each other, to the people around you, in a peaceful and inspiring setting. It is a deliberate pause to step back from the noise and demands of everyday life to listen to and act on your own internal wisdom. And ultimately, it's a space for transformation.
Yeah, so what's different from a vacation or a workshop? These are things that people ask us all the time about retreats. And a retreat is really like an all-inclusive vacation and workshop series, like all in one. So you'll vacate your normal life for something more restful, more intentional, and sacred in a new place. Like a workshop, you'll learn and deepen some skills within a group. But an elemental retreat goes deeper. It's all about discovery and personal transformation. You see, we use the word transformation. It's in all caps. That's like what it's about for us. It's about that eureka moment where you learn something about yourself that you didn't know you knew, or experience a feeling of connection with others that you didn't know was possible.
So, some of the core benefits of coming to a retreat are rest and renewal, healing in nature, personal growth, creative inspiration, connection and community, and integration and support. And I think one of the biggest pieces of this is, and all of the work that we do at Elemental really is we're doing this individual personal growth work, but at Elemental, we're creating the spaces for you to do that individual work in community with others.
Mhm.
Because whenever we're doing this work in community with others, we have the support that we need and the systems that we need and the people around us supporting for us, rooting for us to be able to not only do what we need, but ask for what we need and grow in that loving, supportive environment. So that is, I think, for me, one of the biggest benefits of coming to a retreat, and of course, the integration and support is how we take what we experience in these retreat settings and integrate that
Mhm.
into your daily life whenever you go back home. So these are some of the benefits among many others,
Mhm.
including really amazing home cooked food and great
And not having to think
conversation.
about anything, just having
Yeah,
everything
not
taken
doing
care of.
dishes,
Yeah.
not cleaning up. Yeah, all the things. So,
Hmm.
on to the next slide here about what to expect.
Hmm.
Sunrise hikes can sometimes be
Sometimes to be
expected.
expected. Yeah. Yeah. So what you can expect is structured time and personal freedom. It's this combination of those two kinds of things, right? So we always do an onboarding session. So when you register for one of our retreats, we do an onboarding session where we get to know you, we get to know your preferences, we get to know what you like, things you like and what you don't like. And that way we can incorporate your preferences into the planning of the retreat.
And might I add,
Hmm.
this includes preferences as far as food. So we've had retreats before where people say like, I love milkshakes. And we have milkshakes at these retreats, y'all. I mean, like this is the moment. Like, what do you need? What do you want? And then we will make that happen because that is a part of the process. It makes it so much brings so much joy into the shared experience,
Hmm.
especially whenever you ask for what you need and then we get to share that with other people.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, and we have morning and evening yoga practice, and this is something that we build in, and we usually have an idea of what we want to do up front, but once we meet everyone who's coming, and we can tailor it and offer. Some people are morning people, some people are evening people, so we can tailor that experience to the group that we have each time.
And all the yoga practices are optional
Hmm.
because we have people that attend retreats that maybe haven't done yoga before, they haven't done it in a long time, or maybe they do it all the time and they just want to take a break from it. So
Yeah.
yoga is optional.
Yeah, and focus on the restorative yoga is what we focus on. So it's really about incorporating what you're learning and hearing from yourself and learning from others in this time, into the body. So we also have creative time built in so that this is time. Sometimes it's structured creative time where we have a project that we can work on individually or together, and sometimes it's just free time for you to be creative in your own way and do what you want to do. So we have all of these types of we're creative with our creative time at our retreats. And adventure can look different depending on where we are. And if we host in a place that's, a little bit more rugged or in the mountains or has view, the adventure might be a little bit more. And if we host in a place where it's a little bit more, like in the Midwest or other places like in our hometown of New Harmony, the adventure might be look different, where we might just, do a labyrinth walk or do something like that. And we also can scale the adventure to who is attending the retreat. So we always take into consideration accessibility and mobility and all of those things into our retreats and tailor that adventure to the group who's coming. Another thing that you can count on at one of our retreats is free time. So we always build in as much free time as we possibly can for you to just do what you want to do. You can take a nap, you can go shopping if we're in a place like that. You can work on any work that we have provided. You can practice yoga on your own. There's all different ways that you can do whatever you want to do with your free time, and we always incorporate free time to juxtapose the structured time that we have as well. We always do community meals, and as Leslie said earlier, all meals and where you take your meals are optional, but we do bring everyone together for community meals if you so choose. So we have all of our meals provided, and we do those together. And we also incorporate surprise gifts and experiences sometimes.
Yeah, and I like to be very specific. Like you're not going to be surprised with like a, hey, tomorrow we're going on a surprise 4 a.m. hike that's 5 miles up a mountain. It's more of like,
Surprise, we're jumping out of a plane.
yeah,
Yeah,
not like
no, none of
that.
that.
It's more of like, hey, surprise, here's a present, or hey, surprise, we're gonna enjoy this like espresso bar, or things like that, things that
Yeah.
are joy filled and
Uh-huh.
also optional. I think that's Matt was mentioning, just with the adventures themselves too, the our priority and focus on accessibility and the varying levels of mobility within the group. Everything that we have planned is optional. That's
Hmm.
one of the beautiful things about an elemental retreat is that while we have this itinerary, it is everything on it is an invitation because sometimes even when you have every intention of doing all of the things and going on all the adventures, doing all the yoga practice, we have a lot of times people get to the retreats and they just want to rest. They just want time to themselves. They want to just like sit in the forest. They just want to listen to the creek. They just want to spend time on the journaling prompts or they want to take a nap. Almost always, I think every single retreat that we've done, we've had people oversleep sessions morning and afternoon.
Yeah.
And we celebrate that
Yes.
because when your body lets you know it needs rest and then you listen to it,
Hmm.
that is so much more important than anything we could have on the itinerary.
Yeah. And that's why the last and most important is love and care. And so often people that attend an elemental retreat, one of the biggest takeaways they have is that they hadn't experienced being cared for or loved in that way. Like in your daily life, we're always doing and doing for others and doing our work and taking care of all these things. This is a time for you to experience what it's like to be taken care of and to be loved and celebrated for whoever you are and whatever you're doing, in a space together.
Yeah. Okay, so different activity types. So all of the retreats, it just depends. We love collaborating with other healers, other professionals, other coaches, to bring their gifts into these spaces because Matt and I love to participate in some of the activities with y'all. So
Hmm.
we are, especially I know that one of the I'll just kind of go in order of how this flows for me, y'all. Personal development. So Matt and I host and facilitate self-inquiry workshop. So really that looks like coming together and we have a specific topic or theme prepared. We'll do some sharing about whatever that theme is, provide journal prompts, and then bring everybody together for a facilitated conversation. Keeping in mind that since everything is an invitation, if you come into the circle, you're not required to speak. We make sure everybody knows that when we go around, if it comes to you and you don't have anything to say, you're not ready, you don't want to, you can just say pass, and that is welcome and celebrated. But we love as a complement to that, bringing in other people for some of these other activities, and then also us leading some of them as well. So
Hmm.
for wellness, we some of the activities you might expect are breath work, meditation, yoga, silence, healthy meals. Silence we incorporate into specific activities or time periods, or even like walking meditation or silent hikes, things like
Hmm.
that. Ceremonial type activities, cacao, music and song, bonfire, coffee and tea. Um, I think I was going to say something else, but y'all, I don't want to give everything away. So, okay, adventure, hiking, cold water immersion, nature bathing, forest bathing. These are all things, again, as Matt was saying, dependent on the location, depending on the time of year, depending on the group of people that we have. So, it just varies, but no matter what we do, we incorporate it into the theme and take the group of people who are coming into consideration whenever we're creating this specific itinerary. Personal development, of course, the workshops that Matt and I facilitate, we do journaling, creative time, silence is incorporated in this as well. And then, of course, the reflection piece, which is personal time, your free time, group conversation, and sharing. So Matt designed all this, by the way, y'all. Matt is a brilliant designer. I think I might be one of your biggest cheerleaders.
Hmm. Yeah.
But he wrote here at the bottom, everything is tailored to the unique nature of each group, and all activities are fully optional. You always have a choice. That is, we cannot stress that
Yeah, we
enough.
will repeat that of time and time again because it's so important that you have a choice in everything you do when you come to an elemental retreat.
Yes.
Yeah, we take that very seriously. So what's included? Lodging is included. So at all of our retreats, unless otherwise noted, but as all the lodging is always included. All of your meals are included. And that means doesn't mean you can bring anything you want to bring. If you have certain foods that you want to make sure you have, or snacks or drinks or things that you like, please feel free to bring anything you want, but know that you don't have to bring anything, that we will have everything you need to enjoy yourself and to be nourished at our retreats.
Yeah, and might I add, meals specifically means all meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, all of the snacks. We ask everybody during onboarding, what are your favorite snacks? What is your favorite morning beverage? Because morning beverages are very important, y'all. And so we will have whatever you need each day
Mhm.
for your morning beverage. Any other non-alcoholic drinks, there's usually a lot of sparkling water,
Mhm.
things like that.
Yeah. And excursions are included. So any costs that are associated with an excursion that we plan will be included in your ticket price. And then materials for activities. So if we plan an activity, a creative activity that requires some form of materials, we will provide those. And again, you're always welcome to bring your own materials if you prefer certain things for activities that you know about in advance. Otherwise, we'll provide everything you'll need for those. What's not included are flights or other travel costs. Alcohol refunds, we don't offer full refunds. Trip insurance, we don't offer trip insurance, and any personal expenses like shopping or additional services that you want to provide for yourself during your free time, all of those things you will incur the cost on your own and are not included. but we include all of your lodging, your meals, excursions, and materials for activities.
All right. So as we record this about what to expect at an elemental retreat September 2025, we've got two more retreats for this year. The next one coming up is the Resilient Retreat in Old Fort, North Carolina at Indigo Nature Retreat. It's a very, very special place for us, and I know for so many other people. And for if you're listening to this and you end up joining it, it will be a special place for you too.
Mhm.
You can see here in the photos, we've got a picture of the forest that is on site at the property in the fall, which is when we will be meeting. This Resilient Retreat is October 9th through 12th, 2025. The photo, I was going to go through the
Oh,
photos. Well, I guess they're here too. So the photos I wanted to show you here, just point out, we've got the bonfire, we've got a picture of the group. We did a cold water plunge, we did a hike. Hiked together, cold water plunge, and then one of our coffee ceremonies. So this is the main house you can see in the photo as well, but the retreat is October 9th through 12th, 2025. And again, Matt was talking about what's included, but it's 4 days, all meals, all lodging is included, your guided inquiry, journaling workshops, yoga, breathwork, adventure, and unlock a custom by Matt and I, unlock your superhuman experience. And which is inspired by Alex Garcia, our dear friend and one of the co-owners of Indigo Nature Retreat. And if you register for the Resilient Retreat by September 12th, so tomorrow,
hmm
if you're watching this, then you will get $300 off your registration. And we'll send you a link for your onboarding call. It's a 30-minute session where we'll, again, go through everything to what to expect, what to pack. We'll get information about you, why you want to be there. And then the following retreat is the winter retreat in New Harmony, Indiana, which is where Matt had mentioned our current home base is located. This one will be hosted at the historic Barn Abbey. It's a really, really charming venue that overlooks the Wabash River. We've got photos here of some previous experiences and groups of winter retreats. This is an annual retreat that we host in New Harmony. It's the same material every year, but that's some of our favorite because whenever we just revisit the same material, we can see where we've changed, where we've grown, how we've evolved, and it's set up to be an intentional reset for the new year. And all of our retreats follow some kind of pattern of reflection, looking at the past, taking an inventory of the present, and then creating aligned action for the future. So it's set up in that format. The winter retreat is really, really wonderful because we're physically entering a new season. We're starting a new year. We're entering the holidays. So it's a great time to take that intentional time away for yourself to just reset before you go back to your families and go back to the holidays and start a new year. So for this one, it's December 18th through 21st, 2025. Again, 4 days. It's a Thursday through Sunday. All meals and lodging are included. The guided inquiry journaling workshops, yoga, breathwork, live music, cacao experience with Nicole Castile. Um, so again, registering by September 12th for $300 off the Resilient and $150 off of the Winter Retreat. We do have scholarships available as provided by the McMullen O'Connor Family Fund. You can visit our website. We've got a page for scholarships that you can access through the retreat page that will let you know if applications are currently open. So you can apply for those there. I'm going to stop sharing the screen so you can, I'm not sure if you could see us what we were sharing, but y'all, these retreat experiences, we hosted our very first retreat for just ourselves because we were in a season of life where just coming, both of us coming out of independent big life transitions and then starting to do life together and really wanted to see like, okay, like what are we doing? Like what do we want? Where do we go from here? And we knew that we needed, intuitively knew that we needed a reset and we needed to get out of our typical environment so we could clear the space, clear the noise, and just see what came from that. So it included a lot of rest, it included adventure, a lot of the different components that we bring for y'all now. And since then, we've been so honored and grateful to host these group experiences for people because it has been like one of the most rewarding things just to not even be a host, but just to be witness to other people showing up fully as themselves, doing what they need, and just enjoying themselves. Because that's the other thing I think that is really important about these retreats is it's just a time to have fun, to relax, to enjoy, just experience the company of other people, playing cards. coloring, just like doing these even childlike things, I think, that can bring us so much joy and just help us relax, feel more at home in our bodies. So if you've been considering a retreat, we would really, really hope and be grateful for you to consider and join us for an elemental retreat. Uh, is there anything else, Matt? Anything else you wanted to
Yeah.
share?
Just on a personal note, I know we love at Elemental to ask Leslie and I love to ask beautiful questions. Beautiful questions are questions that create an invitation to uh, thinking about how you want to be and how you want to show up in the world. And when I'm asked to answer the question, like how do I want to feel? I always say I want to feel the way I feel on day 3 of one of our retreats. That's how I want to feel all the
Mm,
time. And that's how we want you to feel. And I want you to experience that feeling of what it feels like when things really come together with a group, in a
mm.
special place. Um, yeah, so that's my invitation is to come experience what I experienced for myself and what so many other people have experienced at an elemental retreat.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. Again, if you have questions, thoughts, don't hesitate to reach out. All the registration information can be found on our website, elemental.podia.com. Um, we hope to see you out in the forest in New Harmony or somewhere else soon. All right. Bye.
Bye.